The Big Spin, Saturday night at 7 on Channel 13.
You know, when most people think of pornography, they think of middle-aged men slinking into their local pussycat cinema, right, to watch some young thing take on a softball team. Or maybe a bunch of horny teenagers flipping through some filthy pub. Well, apparently the appetite for filth and exploitation isn't confined to men alone. We've got women tonight who love porn, rape fantasies, and think a subscription to Playgirl is right up there with a Reader's Digest. Well, ladies, it just proves that women can be just as perverted and disgusting as some men. It's Combat in the Erogenous Zone next. Come on! Later on in the program, just to keep you guessing, all right, just to keep you guessing, later on in the show tonight, we are going to have a special treat for the ladies in the audience, all right? Not for the guys. Now, well, I mean, oh, listen, there might be some of you guys out there who enjoy it, too. Just to get us started, let me introduce our guests who we have on home base with us. Diane Hansen, who's the editor of Jugs magazine. Diane, how are you? A very, very wonderful lady by the name of Dr. Judith Reisman of the Institute for Media Education with us at Loudmouth One. How are you, Doctor? Good to see you. All right. Let me start with Diane. Diane, you were a pornographer and proud of it. You boasted to my producers that you could make a skin flick without ever paying the actors because they love to do it so much. What in the hell kind of people are we talking about here, huh?
Exhibitionists.
Exhibitionists?
Mm-hmm.
Are you an exhibitionist?
No, I'm a voyeur.
You like to watch other people?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. How come you wear such a low-cut dress with your jugs hanging out if you're just a voyeur?
Because I like to be a woman. I like to be seen as a beautiful, attractive woman.
All right, but I've got to ask you, do you think what you do is that you're a pornographer?
The definition of the word pornographer is making money from sex. I make my money producing sexual materials.
Okay.
I am a pornographer.
All right, you produce sexual materials, movies, flicks, all that kind of stuff.
Magazines.
Just magazines?
Yep.
Okay, and in your magazines, do you have, is it just women or do you have men joining in? And
occasionally we have men, but this is soft core. There's no fighting, you know what I mean?
Isn't she cute?
I made it a big one, guys. I didn't do a little one.
All right, let me introduce us again to Judith Reisman. Judith, you've done studies on pornography. In a nutshell, what are people like Diane Hansen, alias the female Al Goldstein, doing to the fiber of our society?
Yeah, well, they're basically educating our youth. They've educated most of the folks in this room. Those of us who are a little bit older perhaps didn't grow up with Playboy, Penthouse, and Hustler. But most of the folks here, probably when they rethink their own sexual behavior patterns, the problems or successes that they've had, and I would argue more the problems, can kind of look to pornography as having had a tremendous impact on their...
Hold on. Is there anyone in this room who has been scarred by pornography? Will you stand up right now and tell us your problem?
Well, let me go to the audience.
We just had
Huh? Come on down. Come on down. Out of the audience. Have I ever mentioned before, have you been scarred by pornography? Let me ask you a question first.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, did you read Playboy and Penthouse?
No, but friends of mine did.
You didn't read them, but your friends did?
Yeah.
How'd you get scarred?
Because I think it's a filth that's ruining America's...
How is it ruining America?
Ruining?
How?
How?
I'm asking the question. Go ahead and answer.
Well, let me ask you a question. You
Yeah.
say you yourself did not read that stuff.
Right.
You've never read it.
Right.
You've never used it to masturbate with or anything like that.
No.
Simple question. I got to ask
Where do
you.
you get your inspiration?
Then how are you scarred by
Maybe
it?
he gets his inspiration, or some people can get their inspiration still from the love that they have with a member of the opposite sex.
Some people in this society do not have the
Now,
love
I'd like to
for somebody,
continue.
Some of us-
and they
The
don't
bottom line, madam, and I use that word appropriately, madam,
stay home
madam,
and have some safe sex with themselves.
madam,
Can I
the bottom line, madam, is that in terms
not a
of the
madam.
number of rapes that we are seeing in our society, the juvenile rape rate, the numbers
Now,
of juveniles
you
who
know
are involved
something?
in rape.
Feminists have
Excuse me,
always
lady.
pointed out to me
I
that
don't know
rape
how
is
this
caused
works.
by
I
aggression
always
and anger,
thought-
and it is not a sexual act. Isn't that
I'm
true?
afraid, madam, you know, we have to deal with reality. The fact is that our kids are growing up on this. You have a responsibility there. You have children or not?
Your
Do you
children
have
are growing
children?
up on
Do you
pornography.
have
Anyone's children growing up
Excuse
on
me, do
pornography?
you-
No, I do not
you
have
don't have
children,
children.
but I
You're
am
not married?
acquainted with children.
Excuse me, have you ever been married?
Yes, I have been.
You have. For how long, if you don't mind me asking?
If it was to you, it would have been a month. No, I was married for 5 years.
Baby, I tell you, I wouldn't even look at a tramp like you for all the money in the world.
Doctor, listen to this. Here's the blessing of all this, Dr. Eastman.
Tell me.
And this lady, thank God, has done so much to make people aware of pornography and the abuse of children in this country. Here is a generation of us raised on pornography, and we still think it stinks. We still think it stinks.
How many in this audience hate pornography?
As a matter of
How many
fact,
of you guys...
just recently,
Okay, how many of you guys read pornography? I saw about 8 hands go up in here. All
we
the rest of
have
you people are
children
not
3
opposed
years
to
Hey, I'd be a
old.
square if I told you I haven't looked at it. I look at it quite often.
Excuse me, we
but
have
unlike
children.
But unlike you, I don't need to look at it to get my erogenous zone buzzing, baby. I got a good imagination.
You people need it. However, okay. Mort, you're a lucky man. You're kind of famous. You got your own show. You got
Oh,
a beautiful
come on,
wife. I saw her
haven't
on
been
TV.
famous.
Now, listen to me. There are people in this country who have no access
and
to
you
sex.
want to
You can have
capitalize
access
on
to sex.
making it
All
sure
women,
that no one
any
can
age,
function without
any shape,
your
any
material.
condition,
Playboy,
can have
Penthouse,
sex.
and
A lot
Hustler
of men
make
can't.
their money based upon the fact that you are teaching people that they cannot love another human being, that they have to rely on your
You know
film,
something?
that they have to rely on your little special aids, that they have to rely on all of these things, that they
That they
cannot
have to
meet
rely.
someone
We don't
and love
tell in
them
there anywhere
and,
that they must
and be
rely
in
on it.
bed
I'm
with
telling
them
you
and
something.
have a life
Men
of
who
joy and
read these
happiness.
magazines write love letters to the women and ask them to marry them. And these are women who you are saying are being put out there as sex objects, sluts,
Let me read you from the book by Janet Daly, The Great Alone. A book written for women. One of these great romance novels, incidentally, 1/3 of the sale of softcover books are romance books that are sold to women. Let me just go in here and read. His hands hesitated on the fastening of his trousers, while his glance shifted from the rosy brown points of her bleep to the curling black hairs of her bleep, both standing out visibly against her pale skin. He loosened his trousers, let them drop to his knees, and threw her to the sleeping mat. Let's discuss these books next. Stand by, will you?
I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
If you could help just one child, if you could change just one life, would you do it? Through Foster Parents Plan, you have the power to lift a child and family out of shocking poverty. And for so very little, you can help them have life-saving food and vaccines, clean water, schooling, and above all, hope. All it takes is $22 a month, just 72 cents a day. When you call, we'll send you your foster child's picture and personal story. Through regular progress reports, you'll see a life transformed, and you'll feel a part of it through personal notes and drawings. Help a needy child discover a truly great love. Your love.
There's someone exciting inside you, and her eyes are a different color. There's someone special inside you, and Durasoft Colors contact lenses can change your eye color to hers. And now you can win a free trip for 2 to Australia, or a free pair of Durasoft Colors in the Durasoft Colors of Summer sweepstakes.
Right now, Durasoft Colors contact lenses are only $159 at the offices of Doctors Mitchell and Leibowitz, Sunrise Mall, Arden Fair Mall, Woodland County Fair Mall, and Florin Mall. Now get up to $2,000 factory cash back on Nissan cars and trucks. And exclusively at Turner, choose from over 15 88 Sentra Standards. Sale price at only $66.88 after rebate. Turn around in our direction now. The name is Turner. Turn around in our direction. Turner Nissan.
Let me come back to you and reintroduce our home base. We've got Diana Hansen, the editor of Jugs magazine. We have Norma Ramos, who has been an occasional guest on this program, who is with Women Against Pornography. Now, at our Loudmouths, of course, you've already been introduced to Dr. Judith Reisman, the Institute for Media Education, and at our next Loudmouth, Marcia Paley, a feminist anti-censorship task force. Martha, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Nice to have you with us. Marcia, I beg your pardon. Marcia, let me ask you. What I read before the break in this book was a rape fantasy from a romance novel. Are women turned on by rape? I hope to hell you're not going to tell me yes.
I think the key there is the word fantasy. We all have fantasies, sexual, science fiction, horror stories. We go to the theater, we go to the movies, we ride on roller coasters. What we do in fantasies is we play out a lot of our desires, a lot of our thrills, a lot of our fears that we don't want to happen to us in life. Any woman, and there are many women and men who are turned on by the idea of being relieved of responsibility for sex, relieved of guilt for sex, and are turned on by some kind of fantasy, rape fantasy. None of those people want to be raped in real life. You know,
However, an awful lot of our people that engage in rape fantasy actually do go out and rape.
No,
and we
they
know
don't.
That. Oh, yes, they do.
I would like to say something to this audience about Dr.
Reisman's
Reisman's study that I think the American public needs to know. It was repudiated by the person who sent her out to do it. It was repudiated. Regnery by his
and
successor,
would you
by
like to
American
stand by that?
University, which was
Shall-
the university that housed the
Fine.
study,
Shall we place
and
this now?
and
Now
by
we
the
get to where
academic auditor.
censorship is.
Please,
We
Dr.
get to
Reisman,
censorship where
let me
people
talk.
like
Then don't
you
censor me. Let me talk.
Doctor, let her finish, and then you jump right back in there. Go ahead. You got 1 minute to make your comment.
And by the academic auditor who called her study meaningless, that we could not determine anything by her study, and it has not been distributed by either American University or by the people who set out to do it. The problem
Who were the
with
people who
study,
set out to do it?
Regnery, who is no lover of pornography, let me tell you. The problem with her study is it seems to say that men in this country, monkey see, monkey do, they see a cartoon, not even a picture of a real live woman, but a cartoon. Thank you very much. That they see a cartoon of sex and they go out and commit violence. It seems to me that when we see cartoons of sex or pictures of sex, what most men do is masturbate.
The problem here is very obvious.
Wait a second, Norma. I promised Dr. Reisman. Promised Dr. Reisman, and I saw this. I saw this earlier. Let me describe it because I'm not sure. These are culled from Playboy, Penthouse, etc. Young girl and her rubber ducky. She stands naked, all right? Here is how one family solved its discipline problem. This is Jane. When she is nice, she was very nice. When she is naughty, she has to be punished, this little 14-year-old girl, by being handcuffed naked to her bed, all right?
That girl is not 14. You know Playboy does not use underage models, and
don't
there is
they?
no one
Here is a
in this room who would
17-year-old
support
nude
the
display.
use of
Here's
children.
a 17-year-old nude display.
There is no one in this
Here is
room,
17
including myself, who would support the use of
Okay.
minors in sexual material.
Would you then support, let me go further. Let me go further. Would you support some of the cartoons then? Would you support some of the cartoons?
Very good
Wait a second, mouth. Your mouth's bigger than your jugs. Would you support this type of a cartoon? An obvious little girl. Everything's fine, Mama. Uncle William and I are playing a game called Consequences.
Excuse me, Norma. What are we doing with men calling women tramps on this show?
Why aren't you looking at the evidence? I have problems with that. I have problems with that. Major problems. But you're turning away from what you defend. Take a look at what he's showing you. You defend it.
Norma, we've all
You
seen
promote
this
it.
material.
You're looking away. You won't look at it. Look at it.
Here's a picture.
Look at what
Here's
you
a picture
promote.
of an obvious
Get
little
comfortable
girl,
with it.
maybe
You
10 or
promote it.
11, saying to the old guy, "You call that being molested?"
You're
think that's
laughing.
funny, right?
You're laughing.
It seems to me that the average person of average intelligence, including the people in this room, understand that this is a spoof of adult sexuality. And that
This is a spoof.
hurting children. That's
So
nice.
Excuse me, if you ask me a question, I'll answer you.
You're
This
answering
does not-
stupidly, but go ahead.
This does not promote sex with children.
It absolutely does. And you support this.
Excuse me,
Of course
it does.
I think it does. I think it
Look, it might not promote sex with folks in here, me, all right? But some guy who's just a little dingy, maybe has some problems, all right? He's gonna like the idea. It's gonna turn some sicko on.
And you think he learned that from that cartoon?
No, I think that is nothing more than the trigger that fires the bullet that buries itself in the head.
Okay. Mort, let me ask you a question. Mort, let me ask you a question. If that's the trigger, how come the country with the most violent pornography in the world, Japan, has the lowest sexual assault
Because
rate?
most of them are killing themselves off. It's very, they have a high
suicide rate.
Also the highest suicide rate. Why don't you bring that up?
If men learn violence from watching pornography, how come the country with the highest violent porn rate has the lowest sexual assault rate?
Because it also has the highest suicide rate.
And because they hide
They
the
don't
women
are silent suicide from pornography.
You might have become so frustrated and despondent at what you've done.
Now, Marcia, wait a minute. I'm
Go
going
ahead,
to
Norma.
answer your
Let me hear
question.
Norma.
I'm
Norma.
going to answer your question.
Go ahead, Norma.
Because the more pornography there is, it has a very strange effect on women. It silences women. And when you have a society like ours that is saturated with pornography, that becomes male speech that silences female speech.
More and more
And, by the way,
society.
By the way, a few of us break through the silence. A few of us. That doesn't mean there isn't silence. By the way, even this show is lying about pornography because the real people in this country who make pornography are men. These are the exceptions.
Now.
And I don't. I also. Are you saying I'm not a real pornographer?
I'm sorry, we're not going to
Most
become.
of them.
We're not going to become diverted with your hang-up against men, Norma. All right? How such a beautiful women can hate men as badly.
I don't hate men. I hate inequality, and I want to see equality in this country.
Well, you got equality. Here's a female pornographer.
When I entered this field,
When I entered this field 12 years ago,
the pornography industry
true.
is controlled by men. It is not an industry that women control.
12 years ago, it was because publishers were looking for women to produce magazines because they felt that women would better understand the needs of men.
And those are men who got her to do it.
Diane, in your highbrow literature, all right,
Yes.
do you publish rape fantasies, and do you mean to tell me your readers
We
enjoy
are not
them?
allowed to publish rape fantasies. Rape fantasies can be published in romance magazines, but we are not allowed to publish rape fantasies because men's magazines, sex magazines cannot get on the newsstands of America today if they publish rape fantasies.
Good.
Or
Good,
if they
that's good.
show
That's
S&M.
not true, they do?
They speak of
Wait a second, Judith,
That
go
is
ahead.
the most outlandish statement I've ever heard. You can open up any magazine and we will read in the letters to the editor, and we will read in all of the
Well, let me hear one at a time. Ladies, we can't hear a damn word. We can't hear a damn word unless we hear one at a time. You, then you, then you. Go.
Thank you. In the letters to the editor, in all of the columns, in the fiction, there is constant material that talks about rape. All the images incorporate rape. For this lady to say that this isn't based upon rape is absolutely ridiculous, unless she doesn't read or look at anything she produces or anything anybody else produces.
You understand?
I don't know if you do,
All
but
right, let me go then. Let me go to Marcia. Marcia, you want to go next?
Lord, if you saw 100 magazines eroticizing rape, does that turn you on to rape? Is that going to make you a rapist?
No, but I'll tell you what it does.
But who's it
Wait
going to make a
I'll
rapist?
tell you what it does. I'll tell you what it does. I'll tell you what. You asked me a question. You want me to give you an answer? You want me to give an answer? If I was without sex for a long time and saw 100, all right, women in bondage, guys diving through the air on them, all right, I might want to give a thought to a little bondage and diving through the air myself.
You would. You're not as good as this guy and this
Probably.
guy because I think that they
Probably.
have... Sex is
These guys
formed...
do push-ups with their tongue.
Okay, I would like to point something out now, right? My turn?
It's a snooty argument that
Honey,
it wouldn't
don't give me
happen
the
to
snooty,
you.
all right?
It's a snooty argument.
And out of respect for Norma, I won't say what I really think. Next, we're going to meet the Hugh Hefner of women. Stand by.
Introducing AmberVision, the most amazing breakthrough in vision technology since glasses were invented. These super glasses actually improve vision indoors, outdoors, day or night. We guarantee it. Look, AmberVision blocks the blurring blue rays, the same rays that cause haze and fog.
Everything is so much crisper and clearer.
I can't believe my own eyes. They're amazing.
AmberVision blocks 100% of the dangerous ultraviolet light with UV 400, the best protection for your eyes. You'll wear these high-fashion glasses all year round, and one size fits all.
Oh, I can't believe the difference.
Catalogs offer similar glasses for $59.95. But now you can order AmberVision for just $10 on this special offer. Seeing is believing, so order AmberVision today.
Clip-on model is also available. Credit card users call 1-800-435-8400. That's 1-800-435-8400. Or send just $10 plus $2.50 shipping to AmberVision, Box 700-A, Verona, New Jersey, 07044.
Modesto, the wait is over. The most exciting grand opening sale in Valley history begins. The place, the Circuit City Superstore, McHenry at Standiford, offering an outstanding selection of audio, video, and appliances. The Circuit City grand opening sale. The savings are spectacular. The time is now. Finally, there's an intelligent choice. Circuit City.
Sunset Oldsmobile fires up the values for our first annual summer sell-off. Our entire inventory is priced to sell. New Cutlass Sierras are priced from only $11,888. New 88 Cutlass Calais are only $99.88. New 88 Cutlass Supremes are only $11,988 at Sunset Old. It's all happening during our first annual summer sell-off. Only at Sunset Oldsmobile. Ooh, hot, hot, hot.
Let me introduce the editor of Playgirl. This is Playgirl. You have that in still storage. I wish you'd show it to our audience at home. This is Playgirl magazine with Michelle Pretty Boy on the front. All right? With his hairless body. Isn't that lovely? Let me introduce you at home base to Nancy W. Martin, who is the editor of Playgirl magazine. Nancy, I suppose you're going to tell me now that the only reason women buy Playgirl is for the articles, right?
No, not at all.
What do they buy them for?
Women...
Our audience at home, they wanted to know, Nancy, why you have a rug burn on your knee.
It was a bicycle accident,
Okay,
actually.
it was a bicycle accident, fellas. All right, now let me ask you a question. Is the only reason that women buy it for the articles, or do they buy it to see the guys inside?
Women love to look at men.
Uh-huh.
And women love to have fantasies about men.
But don't women really have more of a face fantasy than... I mean, women aren't... I think women...
are attracted to men's bodies.
All right, but isn't this really a cop-out and a hang-up on this thing here when you put this magazine out? And the reason I ask is because I understand that 90% of your centerfolds and your boys here are gay.
No, not at all.
Huh?
No. I don't know who told you that.
First of all, the pornographers wanted to exploit the market that they felt was untapped, which was women. So they conceived this thing called Playgirl. The fact is, if you look at the demographics of Playgirl, men buy Playgirl. The fact is that women are not
buy Playgirl.
10% of women are not raised on a steady diet of objectification the way men are. Women are interested more in relationships than men are.
And women aren't interested in sex. That's what you're saying.
I want to vote the
favor
favor.
gay magazines, and the women buy the gay magazines knowing the guys are gay because they know it's a fantasy, and it doesn't matter if the guy wouldn't want them in reality.
Well,
he's got a gorgeous body and a big...
Is this a phony? Is this a phony or is this not a phony? Here we have a segment called Heaven on the 7th floor. We were alone in the elevator. As always, he stared at the numbers and I stared at him. And then I did what I wanted to do for so long, I pressed the number. A look, hot stuff, baby. A look of surprise and excitement crossed his face. I began to undress him. I wanted to do this for a long time. I whispered, he just smiled. That was wonderful. Now they get each other undressed, and he got the pants off, and he gets it all the way down here. His mouth brushed my skin tenderly. Second one, he drew me close to him, fondling my breasts as I thrilled to the feel of his big, strong body. He touched me everywhere, holding me close, growing against me. Look at the pictures, folks. This guy's never had it in his life. So it's a phony.
Retailers in general will not allow us to show erections because otherwise we can't sell the magazine.
Sweet lady, if I'm standing in an elevator for a shot with a good-looking woman and I've got my clothes off, I don't give a damn what the retailers say, all right?
We didn't use those shots, Mort.
Pardon me?
We didn't use those shots on purpose.
The fact is that Playgirl definitely does have a rate of subscription that reaches the homosexual male population.
Do you have our subscription numbers?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it used to be half and half. I don't know what it is right now. You're moving out. Now, the other thing, of course, is
reading the pornography that turns them on.
That you also have,
that direction. Let's remember, we're talking about women in pornography.
And that bright
how they
girls
love it.
advertise
Well, let me go to...
incest magazines, pedophile magazines. Yes, ma'am, I'll send you a copy right from the back of your magazine.
We do not advertise anything like that.
Earrings that go into the male ear,
When
not
was
the
the
female
last time
ear.
you looked at a copy of
Well, then
Playboy?
you're admitting that you have certainly advertised them.
She's saying not since she was there.
You
Not since
certainly
I was
have,
there.
and I haven't.
I mean, excuse me, I'm interested to know, when was the last time you had a sexual
I'm talking
fantasy?
about the February.
Let me hear Norma. Please let me hear from Norma. Well, I want to hear from Norma Ramos first.
Pornographers do some very heavy public relations. They do some very heavy public relations by telling us that all they're doing is simply reflecting our fantasies. But the reality is that pornographers create those fantasies. People's fantasies come from the culture in which we live. And right now, pornographers shape that culture, and they sexualize inequality, they sexualize violence against women. When inequality is what becomes sex, there's no, excuse me, when inequality becomes sex, you're going to have sexual abuse against children, because that is the most inequality you could have, is an adult male with a female child. Pornography sexualizes inequality.
Or an adult female with a young male child.
No, it leads
Doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Lord,
That
sorry,
doesn't happen.
it doesn't happen.
When I was
We're moving more
15,
and
my
more.
first girlfriend was 27, pal.
Excuse
Believe
me.
me.
The pornography leads men to children, because inequality is
men to children.
Inequality
You notice
is
that the
being
feminists always
sexualized.
bring out the children when they want to put down
Well,
pornography.
we care about
But they're the last one to want to have children, but not this lady. She's straightforward.
For 12 years, I have never seen any kitty
No, we
porn.
care about women. You've got that
Well,
wrong.
let me
We care
come back
about
to
women and children.
Marcia.
Women
Marcia,
and
please.
children.
Norma, Marcia, we all know what a lot of men do with the Playboys and the penthouse and stuff, right?
Marcia's over here. That's Nancy.
I'm sorry. I'm going to ask Nancy. Do women have the same reaction to Playgirl? In other words, do they masturbate to it?
Absolutely.
They do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And one of the reasons that we do Playgirl is to give women a release for their fantasies, and so women can enjoy themselves more. And I think that a woman who's enjoying herself and having sex more is having a better time.
And we have more and more women who are sexually assaulting children, Mort. We're having increasing numbers of women who are not only assaulting a child as they used to do, excuse me, we are having increasing number of women
I would like
who are
to
not...
Wait a second. I would like to hear from Judith.
That rape and child assault come from
They don't want to hear
pictures.
about the children.
Mass market porn industry is a post-World War II phenomenon. Rape and child abuse has been going on for thousands of years.
And
It
we've had a
didn't start with
135%
pornography.
Now, let me ask Judith Reisman.
And I want to say one other thing. I think the irony of this argument is that Norma and Dr. Reisman and all the other women in the room here are equally concerned about the rights and the safety of women and children, but I just think it's nonsense to blame it on pornography when this has been going on for thousands of years. And we are... Why? It is a distraction from the telling of women.
Take a break here. Let's take a break here and cool off. Let's take a break and cool off. When I come back, should men make love like women? That's what some of the feminists say, all right? Some of the feminists say that. Wait a second. And I'm going to find a man in the audience and see if women really are turned on by a man's body or if it's his face. And they can vote on it when we come back.
The Honda Savings Network. An inventory so vast, no ordinary dealer can show you more low-priced Hondas. Now, Auto West Honda Roseville joins forces with the Bay Area to lower the cost of buying or leasing a new Honda. 88 Accords for just $10,888, only $168 a month. Don't wait for what you want. Get the network savings price. That's 88 Accords, just $10,888, only $168 a month. From Sacramento's only Honda Savings Network dealer. Auto West Honda, Riverside Avenue at Douglas, Roseville.
1-800-LOAN-YES? What's that?
The Money Store's new local toll-free number. 1-800-LOAN-YES? That's the number to call for second mortgage loans. I can remember that.
Don't forget, fixed rate.
That's right. The rate stays the same for the life of the loan. Qualified homeowners can get quick approval right over the phone. Borrow up to $100,000 or more. Call the money store toll-free. Dial 1-800-LOAN-YES.
KOVR TV, in cooperation with the Sacramento Eldorado Medical Society, presents Your Health Today, a continuing series of informative messages brought to you by the area's leading healthcare providers.
Watch for information on adolescent personal problems from Charter Counseling Centers. Or for immediate assistance, call Charter Hospital now at 648-1500.
Throughout our broadcast schedule, KOVR TV is proud to present Your Health Today.
Is a mud clean really worth it? Mud mask or new mud scrubbing mask. For a deep clean or a smooth polished clean, nothing feels cleaner than mud.
My period isn't the problem. It's the period before my period. So, I take Preem's NPMS to relieve bloating, pain, irritability, moodiness. So I'm my old sweet self again. Preem's NPMS for the period before your period.
Acura of Stockton, the secret's out. It's worth the drive. Take 99 or I-5. Acura of Stockton on Hammer Lane. Save $1,500 off one of the 10 best cars in the world. Yes, at Acura of Stockton, you can save $1,500 off the manufacturer's suggested retail price on any 1988 Legend in stock. Choose from the sleek two-door coupe or the elegant four-door sedan. Acura of Stockton on Hammer Lane, just off Highway 99. Take 99 or I-5. It's worth the drive.
Within Town and Country Village lies a frame boutique for the discriminating. Custom Eye Designs offers frames by Christian Dior, Paloma Picasso, Cazal, Yves Saint Laurent, Benetton, Neo Style, Liz Claiborne. And now for 2 weeks only, Custom Eye Designs offers you 50% off your prescription lenses with any purchase of Cartier frames. Only at Custom Eye Designs, Town and Country Village, Sacramento.
Everyone saves big at the Home Club. July 7th, a comparison of the Home Club's non-member prices with those at Kmart reveals big savings at the Home Club. Example, Kmart sells the Woods 100-foot extension cord for $34.88. That's 95% higher than Home Club's non-member price. And Home Club members save even more. Yes, the list goes on and on because at the Home Club, you save on everything, every day.
The celebration is on at Plaza Chrysler Plymouth with the giant summer sale spectacular. Don't wait. You'll find an outstanding selection of hard-to-find new 88 Chryslers from Plymouth at low summer sale spectacular prices. A new 88 7-passenger Voyager SE is only $13,677. A new 88 LeBaron Coupe is only $10,977 at Plaza. So hurry. The transports are rolling in. The selection is hot, and the deals are the best you'll see this summer. So visit Plaza Chrysler Plymouth at the Folsom Auto Plaza today for the giant summer sale spectacular. And that's no hot air.
Let me come to Norma Ramos for just a second. Norma, one of your closest friends and a feminist demagogue, Andrea Dworkin, wrote that men need to give up their erections and make love the way women do. Now, come on, Norm.
What she
Even
meant,
you'd have to admit that's a
no,
little
because
ridiculous.
you're taking it too literally. What she means is that men need to
Give
relearn...
up erections is taking it literally?
No.
Huh?
Men need to relearn sexuality. In this culture, what she's saying is that men learn sexuality from pornography. Pornography is about sadism. It's about...
The men
it's about... Will you
that
stop?
sexuality,
I'm getting tired
not
of you.
from
Will you
pornography.
What she's saying is that men... Pornography...
Zip it for just a minute, please. Go ahead.
Pornography has defined their sexuality, and what she's saying is that they need to have their sexuality redefined. In other words, it was going back to this Playgirl point, which is that women have not been raised on a steady diet of reducing men to their body parts. They're more interested in relationships. Therefore, their sex is not alienated. Wait, and so what you're saying
Wait a second. Let me go in the audience for a second. Let me go in the audience. Let me look for someone. Sir, would you come out? Would you volunteer to come out here? I'm going to ask you something. Stand right here. I'm standing right here. All right, what I've asked this, Joe, what's your name?
John.
John, what I've asked John to do, this is for the ladies, not for the guys. I mean, let's, you know. Look at Rambo back there, right? All right. Would you do me a favor? Yeah. Would you, for the ladies in this audience, and I'm going to take a vote after this. Honey, he hadn't done it yet. Would you take off your shirt and just hold it here, like this, for the ladies in the audience? Okay. I want to see it there. Okay, he's taking off his shirt. Shoot this from the back so he doesn't get embarrassed at home. All right, just kind of, all right. Let's see. Okay, now drop your pants. Okay. All right, how about it, ladies? How about, is that okay?
We don't reduce men to their body.
Okay. All right. Now, thank you, John. I want to take a vote. I want to take a vote. How many women were first noticed his face? May I see a show of hands? All right. After the man opened his shirt and tantalizingly, or whatever the hell you call it, dropped his pants to here, were you still concerned more with his face or with his body parts? Okay, you'd look, right? You'd look. All right. But was it the body parts you liked best? Let me see the hands. Or was it the hand? Or was it the face? Okay, interesting.
There wasn't enough to see.
You see, let me tell you something. She says there wasn't enough to see, but sweetheart, if there wasn't enough to see, you have no imagination. I don't need to see your boobs or anything else. I know what's in there because I got an imagination. I'd rather use it. I'd rather fantasize that it's a lot better than it is. Go ahead.
I work with men who are classically good-looking. I work with men who are classically good-looking. Biceps, shoulders, chest, buns, the whole bit. There is nothing that attracts me to them because there's nothing between the ears. There's nothing there. There's no personality. Visually, they're stimulating, but beyond that, but they become less attractive. They become less attractive.
That's not all that matters.
No.
When we're talking
they
about
become less attractive. When I first see
I'm
them,
not
yes, I
talking
say
about
that's
who you want to have a relationship
No,
with.
that's not what I'm talking about either. That's not what I'm talking about either.
I'm talking about age, for God's sake.
Wait a second. Let's hear from the previous generation. Come on, sweetheart.
I like to say here, I'm a mother of 7 children, 17 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. None of them, not a one of them, reads this nasty stuff, talks about it. It's not in our...
Well, you're obviously having a lot of sex in your family to produce that many children. They may be getting enough.
My husband died about 8 years ago, and I am engaged to marry a wonderful man, 77 years old.
Congratulations.
I am very one. I'm 71, and I'm going to get married in October, and this man is a complete gentleman with me, very loving.
Let me ask you a
kind.
question,
Yes,
sweetheart.
sir. You
An
can
honest
ask
question.
anything.
Will you have sex with him?
When I'm married.
Good for you. I love her button. I love her button. Her button says, hi. I can't remember your name either. Nancy. What possible good could anyone derive from your magazine? Is it just the masturbating qualities?
Well, a woman who has never had an orgasm could have one. I think that's pretty good.
Do you give instructions on how to have an orgasm?
We give instructions on how to enjoy yourself, how to give your partner more pleasure, how to give yourself more pleasure. Yes, we do.
Let's find out what our audience thinks next, huh? They know the answers better than all the damn experts. Stand by, Lee.
Lodi Honda is in the middle of its sizzling summer sale. With more than 100 new Hondas available, we have the hottest prices around. And $99 down delivers any vehicle in stock at friendly Lodi Honda. Or for only $99.97 per month plus tax, you can lease an '88 Civic 4-door sedan. Just $99.97 per month. That's Lodi Honda on Cherokee Lane just off Highway 99. And remember, our parts and service departments are open Saturday for your convenience.
If you drive one of these, public insurance can't do much for you. But if you drive a normal vehicle, public can help. Tickets, an accident, no prior insurance, it's no problem. Public offers low rates, payments spread over 12 months, and you can charge your first payment. So if you're an unlucky driver, call now for a quote at 1-800-345-1995.
Call Public Insurance. It's no problem.
This is Randy Cross on the road for Public Insurance.
1-800-LOAN-YES? What's that?
The Money Store's new local toll-free number. 1-800-LOAN-YES? That's the number to call for second mortgage loans. I can remember that.
Don't forget, fixed rate.
That's right. The rate stays the same for the life of the loan. Qualified homeowners can get quick approval right over the phone. Borrow up to $100,000 or more. Call the Money Store toll-free. Dial 1-800-LOAN-YES.
As the crow flies, downtown Ford is not that hard to find. Oh, I know it's a one-way street and everything, but considering the money you'll save, you wouldn't want to go anywhere else. At least I don't think you would.
Get a new '88 Ranger Super Cab at a super price from Sacramento's leading Ford dealer.
Downtown Ford, Sacramento's most accommodating Ford dealer. With this location, don't you think we ought to be? Oh, yeah. You take the bus or what?
I want to start with the audience. I see we've got a lot of men. Aren't there any ladies who have any thoughts? I hope you'll have some. Hope you'll have some. I hope you'll have some. Start up, pal.
All right, Diane asked a question before about how children came into it. And like the kiddie porn cartoon, he said, you know, some idiot might read it and not know. But what about a 12-year-old boy that finds it and reads it? He's not smart enough to know what's going on.
12-year-olds, and certainly a 12-year-old could also find a gun and put a bullet through someone's head, but it's not common.
The President's Commission on Pornography.
And it seems to me that we would all agree that's the responsibility of the parent, not the parent.
The parent. The parent has to do everything.
In your house telling you what to show to
What
your
about
kids.
your responsibility?
I don't think you do.
You're a parent.
In promoting this stuff.
I would let my kids see pictures of adult consensual sex because I think that's good. I don't think that what we want to teach our kids is that we don't have sex. We do. Damn it.
Well, why don't you set up a bleacher and let them watch? Why don't you set up a bleacher and let the little kiddies watch? Huh? Go ahead. Let me hear it.
I work with children every day, and I hear what comes out of their mouth. And if you have to read a magazine to get off, I think you're pretty desperate and a loser.
We're not talking about people having to read a magazine to get off.
Did you let your daughter?
People adding to their sexual pleasure by adding stimulation to their lives. What about people who are married 20 years? A lot of my readers will write in and say, I am faithful to my wife, but I have urges to be with other women. As long as I can look at these magazines, I get variety in my sex life without actually straying outside the marriage.
What if it was your daughter posing in those magazines? Then what would you say?
I happen to know how the system works, so it wouldn't bother me if my daughter wanted to pose.
Your daughter, your mother to be sold for $4? That's what pornography is. It makes your sisters available to men for the price of coffee.
Excuse me.
About the naked body.
Let me hear this, young man.
Hey, excuse me, Norma. I'm a law student here, but I just want to say that I'm a law-abiding citizen and a citizen of the United States. And in the case of Schweb versus the Borough of Mount Ephraim, they said that it's a violation of an ordinance for you to say that you cannot sell this kind of pornographic literature. The First and 14th Amendment guarantees you that right of expression.
Oh, I support the First Amendment. I'm an attorney, and I support the First Amendment.
What?
Hold on, and you'll get an answer. The First Amendment It's supposed to be about dissent. It is feminists who are dissenting from the status quo. The pornographers own the First Amendment. They have the speech. Don't worry about their speech. They have it to the tune of $10 billion a year. Don't worry about them. You know who speaks?
And let me
You
also,
should worry
let me
about Linda
also add,
Marciano's
the
speech or
feminists who
Judith
talk
Reisman's
so
speech.
harshly against pornography, and I'm not for hardcore porn either, all right? But the feminists who talk so harshly against pornography, who don't want men to get erections, are the same women who don't want men to get erections so they won't have to have babies, therefore they won't have to have 1,800,000 abortions every year. Go ahead, pal.
First of all, our parents are responsible for the raising of their children. If our parents aren't... Yeah.
Yeah, still
and
the
our parents have to be good examples to their children, morally and in every other way.
But Dad is being told to buy pornography. And Dad is reading pornography.
Well, Dad shouldn't be reading pornography. If he really loves his wife...
No, but you wouldn't like your daughter. You wouldn't like your daughter to be the one being exploited on the bed, naked, with no clothes on. If it was your
my daughter wanted to do it, she could.
That's fine with you? That's real smart. Real smart. I think that's real
Great
smart.
upbringing.
That's what I think.
Let me hear from Dr. Reed, and this is the audience turn, all right? But go ahead quickly.
All right.
20 seconds.
When you start having... Quiet. When you start having women in a society who don't care about their children, when you start having women in a society who don't want to look at pictures because they're pictures of kids, or don't care about their own children being involved, then your society is pretty much getting to the bottom of the rung.
But it's already gotten there.
Yes.
A lot of women don't care about children.
All right, and then women don't care to have them. That isn't the point. What happens to the children has got to be most
Put the red
uppermost
card
in
down, I'm
everybody.
listening.
What happens to our children is our whole life, Mort. These people... What happens to our children...
Let's take a break. We'll be right back. We're rambling. Come on.
It's the no money miracle at Furnishings 2000 right now. Just pick it out. Living rooms, dining rooms, Italian leathers, bedrooms, bedding, and more. Make no down payments, no monthly payments. Do not pay until November and pay no finance charges with your good credit. Plus, check the sale prices. Incredible youth furniture, French Provincial. Take the tester bed, the bachelor chest, the hutch, or the chair. All sale priced at $98 each piece. Other pieces available at $178 each. The no money miracle at the Furnishings 2000 nearest you. Hurry.
People in cities throughout Northern California are finding out that when they want car insurance, at Public Insurance, it's no problem. Tickets, an accident, no prior insurance, it's no problem. Public offers low rates, payments spread over 12 months, and you can charge your first payment. Call now for a quote at 1-800-345-1995.
Call Public Insurance. It's no problem.
This is Randy Cross on the road for Public Insurance.
This Saturday night at Sacramento Raceway, it's the famous Fox Hunt drag race with nitro-burning funny cars, jets, tour rock and roll band, and all-girls free admission. This year featuring Fireman's Quickie, the Jets and Racing Team, Hot Streak, Shake and Bake, 16 Pro Gas, and the Budweiser Eagle. Live rock and roll with Strayland Way at 5. The famous wet t-shirt contest at 6:30. Funny cars and jets blast off at 7:30. Country rock with Exit 23 at 8. And it's Matrix. And The Boys. This Saturday night at Sacramento Raceway's famous Fox Hunt.
Acura of Stockton, the secret's out. It's worth the drive. Take 99 or I-5. Acura of Stockton on Hammer Lane. Save $1,500 off one of the 10 best cars in the world. Yes, at Acura of Stockton, you can save $1,500 off the manufacturer's suggested retail price on any 1988 Legend in stock. Choose from the sleek two-door coupe or the elegant four-door sedan. Acura of Stockton on Hammer Lane, just off Highway 99. Take 99 or I-5. It's worth the drive.
Okay. Now we've still got these folks. You go ahead, ma'am.
The problem in this society is that there are no morals anymore. The Bible has still got God's word, and regardless of whether people believe it or not, it's the word of God, and it's true, and it will always be true.
All right, you're right. I agree with you, but a lot of people don't believe in God, so we got to take care of them, too. Go ahead,
They're going to end up in hell.
Go ahead, sir.
You're breaking my heart with the kids' stories and everything, but you know, I mean, prohibition didn't work. So, you know, I mean, leave them alone, let them make an honest living. You know, I mean, you're breaking my heart with the kids' stories. I don't agree with it, but...
No.
Let me hear it. Go
We
ahead.
don't believe in censorship. We believe that we can end the pornography industry as it exists in this country with the First Amendment intact. It's an industry. They're selling bodies.
Censorship.
They're selling bodies. Lesser privileged people who've been sexually abused in childhood. How do you think this stuff is made?
Wait a minute.
No, damn it. This is the audience section. You go ahead, pal.
All right. Okay. I took a look at those leaflets that you passed around, and there were pretty disgusting pictures there. When it comes
They're from Playboy,
when it comes
Penthouse.
to little kids.
All right,
But
little kids.
if you're as old enough as Miss Jugs is over here, you got it, you brings it up, you want to show your Jugs, show them. And you just have to be responsible enough. You have to be responsible enough not to let it in the hands of children.
And parents should take control of their children again. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Everyone's always talking about children, this and that. Everyone's talking about children and pornography. I was reading pornography since I was 13. Not once have I thought crazy or anything like that, but I was educated and learned about pornography, so I have no problem with it at all. I was educated in the field of pornography. Thank you.
I have a question.
I'd just like to know, where do you draw a line with how far you're going to go with pornography, knowing that no matter what, somehow or another, it's going to get into a minor's hands?
Kids are getting
Everyone thinks that pornography is getting worse and worse and worse.
Oh, it is?
Pornography is becoming
What if you get into anybody's hands?
restricted every year since
Less restricted.
1976.
It's a growing industry. $10 billion a year this year.
What we can
Trafficking
show, what we
in
can write
abused
about, what we can portray has become more and more limited
Keep
every
arguing,
year.
folks. I guess tonight we've traveled to the erogenous zone. We've met some women who've gone where women have never gone before. And those women have returned empty-handed, as they're empty-headed. That kind of pornography, where it abuses children, whether it's men or women, is wrong, man. And we don't accept it.
It's Jeep savings time at your nearby Jeep Eagle dealer. Time to save up to $2,050 on Jeep Comanche. Time to save up to $1,800 on Jeep Cherokee. Time to get $1,000 cash bonus on Jeep Grand Wagoneer. The savings are ticking away during Jeep savings time. Hurry! See your California Jeep Eagle dealer now, where you can always expect the best.
Wait. The Home Depot is coming to Sacramento July 28th, and home improvement supply prices will come down forever. Bigger than 2 football fields, a world of building materials, decorating, and lawn and garden supplies, all at absolutely the lowest prices, guaranteed day in, day out, and an army of folks who really know their stuff. The Home Depot, no entry cards or memberships, opens to the public July